Hello, hello, hello. I am live after a little bit of a snafu, y'all. I think that it is Mercury retrograde in effect, and I am here for it. But I'm here, and this is, I think, day 5. I should have put that on there. This is day 5 of a 30-day live challenge, and I am super excited about it. So I came on a little bit earlier today just because I had the time and it's sunny outside and I want to go outside. And I have a live to do with my one of my besties, Megan Marie. We're doing a live today on Straight Talk, and I'm going to stream it. I think to Facebook, and I also stream it on TikTok as well. But anyway, I wanted to come on here to talk about how to find the frequency of unlimited abundance. Because what I am learning, y'all, and it's so phenomenal and amazing how this thing is unfolding for me. And so I wanted to come on here and just share with you guys. For those of you that don't know me, I am an intuitive healer. I'm a soul transformation guide and the Oracle of Peace, and I help people to find and connect to the peace that is inside of them by helping them to understand their spiritual gifts and connect to the spirit world. So, that being said, my name is Tammi Morrison. In case you're just popping by, I pulled a card for us from the Universe Has Your Back. And the card that came was I honor how I want to feel. And that's what it looks like. I honor how I want to feel. And so I thought that that was relevant to this discussion because that is really how you are going to get into the frequency of unlimited abundance. Because when you begin to honor how you want to feel, and in addition, honoring how you feel, because the thing is we are not bypassing how we feel, we are just finding another route and another way. And so if you're feeling out of sorts and feeling depressed and feeling a certain type of way, then what you want to do is find a way to shift your energy for you. So for me, I love to dance. I love to dance. So for me, if I need to shift my energy, I will put on some music and I will dance because that is one of the things that I love to do. I love to tell stories. I love to tell stories. And so that's something that I'll do as well. But I'm coming to this place where I'm being called to do the thing that is my destiny on this planet at this time. And so I've been really diving in and studying about healing, connecting the chakras, and supernatural healing, magic, all of these things. And so much of it I've discovered is in my ancestry. And so I have ancestors that were healers. So as I found out, I'm probably about fourth or fifth generation um, that does this type of work. And I didn't know that a lot of them did it. I only just recently found out. But you know what? I also want to pull a card. I'm feeling called to pull a card from the Magic of You Oracle too, as I talk about this frequency that you can get into in order to create unlimited abundance. And so, what I love about that is I have tapped into this frequency of abundance. And I think I did it kind of accidentally. I mean, I was wanting to do it, of course. We all want that. But I think I tapped in just as I was um, studying myself and learning some things about me, more things about me and things that I needed to shift and heal and stuff like that. And so, and not only that, just things that I didn't remember about myself, and so that is the other part of getting into the frequency of unlimited abundance is discovering who you are and what it is that you desire, what you want, out of life. Not only just, jobs and work, career, and all that stuff, but what do you want? What else do you want? What do you like to do? Tapping into those spaces and getting to those places as near as you can. Like for me, I love the beach. I love the water, so I get there as often as I can. And if I'm feeling the need to shift the energy, or if I'm feeling like blah and I need to do something else, because some of the things that we are called to do can feel hard. They can feel hard. And so I wanted to talk about that and just really, you know, put your mind at ease that it doesn't have to be hard and we can really begin to tap in. However, we do have to make those shifts. We have to start looking at how we think, and I was listening to something today and they were talking about some of the thoughts that we had as kids, some of the things that people said about us, some of the things that, you know, we internalize about ourselves, and then the things that people tell us. And then when we go to the doctor, that whole thing. So it was an amazing interview. I was listening to Dr. Bobby Price interview Dr. Be Serious, and it was so amazing. I actually have to go finish watching it because I needed to get up from there and do some other things, and I need to come on here and talk to y'all. And then I have my live straight talk with Megan and Tammy, and we are going to talk today about some things um, regarding the spiritual journey, because that's really what we talk about, because there's so many things that are out here. And I am one of the things that I'm called to do is to dispel the lies and dispel the myths and to combat the spiritual bypassing that happens in this community, because it does, and so I'm here for that reason. And then I'm also here to help people to connect to their form of peace, to, whoever they are at a core level, to help them to shape and shift and become whoever it is, or actually not even become, embody, because you're already it. You just have to make a decision and decide that that is who you are. And so that's the space of how to find the frequency of unlimited abundance. Um, Actually focusing on what it is that you desire, and I'm from a holistic standpoint now. So look at everything. Look at, if you desire to have a house, or you need a car, or you desire to have, or you have a house, you have a car, but you desire a different one or a bigger one. You desire to own your own business and not work for people. You desire to have a flow that just shows up when you desire. And so that really is what the frequency of unlimited abundance is you think a thing and all of a sudden, somebody is either offering it to you, or you go someplace like I did the other day and you get blessed. You order your order, you have the money, but they say your money's no good here. It's on the house. Stuff like that. And things like that will really begin to show up for you when you start to get into this frequency of unlimited abundance. And a part of that is really having faith. Faith is going to move the needle, believing that this thing is happening for you. And you notice I said it's happening. So it's not, will be, will happen. It's not in the future. It's in the now. Regardless of whether you can see it or not, it is in the now. So you want to get yourself at that frequency of abundance and be in the now. Be in the now. So when you're creating affirmations for yourself, and that's another way to get in the frequency of unlimited abundance, create affirmations for yourself. What I discovered is I created affirmations for myself. I create affirmations for myself almost every day, but I've created affirmations for myself, and I think I want to do like weekly and then add to it, which is really what I do, because I have a whole list of affirmations that I've created. Now, I don't say them all every day, but I say many of them every day, you know, and I tell myself who I am. And so I believe that that is a part of creating this frequency of abundance, is telling yourself who you are, reminding yourself and remembering who you are, because we were all created to create. We all created in the likeness and the image of God, them, the source, the universe. We're all created in the image. So if that's the case and they were creators, then we are creators. But a lot of times we forget who we are, and I'm guilty of that. I forget that I create with my tongue, with my mouth, the words that come out of my mouth. I am a creator. I create, and I forget that sometimes as well, because I am working on so many things and trying to and pulling together so many different projects, as well as working part time. But that's, and I know that that is a part of what I am manifesting, because it's time for me to come out of those spaces of the work that I have been doing, because um it's not suiting me. And it's not where I need to be and where I want to be and where I desire to be. So that is another thing that I am releasing. And so when you get to this space where you are wanting to be in that frequency of unlimited abundance, there are things that you need to release. You need to release some things. You have to let some things go. You have to let go of a lot of those limiting beliefs that you have, that you don't even realize and recognize that they're limiting you. Things that you say that maybe you've seen. But you know what? Everything is not as it seems always. And sometimes you see it and it's just to show you and prepare you, but it doesn't mean that you can't have it. Because what I'm learning is, if somebody else has it and if somebody else has done it, then guess what? I can do it. The law of the one says that if somebody else has it and does it, then I can have it and I can do it. So that is something that, lights me up when I think about this. However, we have to set our minds to this space so that we know that we can be healed, we can be abundant, because abundance is all of that. Abundance is healing, abundance is life, abundance is love, abundance is money, abundance is mental health. Abundance is physical health. Abundance is all of those things. And so when we begin to open up our mind and set our mind and speak the things that we desire and stop speaking the things that we don't desire, because the law of attraction says that whatever you focus on is what you get. So you don't want to be focusing on all of the negative things that are in your life. You don't even want to really even be talking about them. I had to arrest my own self on yesterday because I was going to share a situation that happened that I needed it squashed. I needed not to I need not to give it energy. And so I didn't. I gave it energy anyway. I shouldn't have. I should have left it alone, but I gave it energy. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So I'm so grateful to, be in this space. I'm so grateful to be in this space where I am studying me and I'm looking at myself and I'm making the shifts and the changes and doing the things, and so many other things have come out of that. Like I am in the process. I just did something that I've never done before. I have done probably years ago, but it's not. I used to tell people it's not in my skill set, and so now I've shifted that, and I stopped even saying that, because some things, you might not think they're in your skill set, but when you decide to do them, you do them. And so that is what I'm doing right now. Like I have put together my little desk. I bought a smaller desk because the one that I have, I love it. It's big, but it's too big for this particular room. So I haven't decided if I'm gonna just clean it off and sell it, or if I'm just going to clean it off and put it on my back porch to go in my new house, because I really like the thing, but it's just too big for this space and I can't. I feel like I am in a, um, dare I say, coffin, or in a nut, inside of a nut. I don't know, like really in a closed in space. And I need to be able to breathe. And so I decided to get this desk. And so typically, like I said, it's not in my skill set to to um to put things together. And it's just not. I mean, while my kids were growing up, my daughter would do all of that because she is very skilled in that, talented. She could put things together. She's very, very capable of that. This girl changed her oil and all that kind of stuff. She's like, she's she's got that skill set. Her mother does not. And so I was like, okay. I looked at it and at first I thought, okay, wait a minute. Doesn't quite look like Greek, because typically when I look at those directions, I'm like, I don't even know what this is. I don't know where to start. I don't know what this means. It's just like, wow. And it's not even a girl thing, because I grew up, I was a tomboy. I loved to play sports. I used to play football with the boys, play basketball, tag, duck, duck, goose, all the things. I loved it. Loved running, played basketball a little bit, ran track, So I wasn't, like a girly girl. I mean, I didn't get girly girl until I got older. And then I'm not super girly girl, just a little bit. But I just love um, the fact that I can make these shifts, and even as and when it comes to my books, like I am so excited about this book that I'm creating. It is Passing the Pearls. It is stories about our grandmothers, and I'm so excited about it. And so I'm putting it out so that people can come join us, and let's do this thing and let's get this book out here. So that's one of the things that I'm doing right now. I'm also in the process of creating this membership, and I have subscriptions on TikTok that you can come and join me. So I would love it if you would go over there and follow me on TikTok at Intuitive Tammy. Um, and I have subscriptions over there. And once I get to, I'm looking at 25 to 50 subscriptions, then I'll start doing subscriber only lives, which will be like meditations and healings and things, because that is really my space and my jam and my spot, But I love to talk about this abundance because this is my journey and this is a journey that I'm on. And so I'm taking you guys with me. I don't know if I told you that I got an intuitive hit to buy some lottery tickets. So I did. I bought some lottery tickets, and I think I made $100 and something off of some. I made $20 off of some, $40 off of some, different things. I'm calling in some of the $50,000 cards because I've been looking at them, and I actually saw it on one of my cards. I didn't actually get that day, but I said because it's there, that means it's for me, and so I'm calling it in. And also, I've been calling in money from the north, south, east, and the west. And y'all, when I tell you, I've been getting little checks from everywhere. I've been calling in checks in the mail. I've been calling in money in the bank. I've been calling these things in and standing on them and standing on them and stepping on them. You see what I'm saying? I don't even know who the heck is this. Anyway, so so anyway, so you can get into the frequency of abundance. And I am super grateful and super excited just to be able to share on this, because the thing is it is so freaking amazing to be able to know that everything is okay. And the thing is, many times when we went to church, we were taught on faith. Now, a lot of times, I must admit, they talked a lot more about the devil than they did about God. But there were those times when they talked about faith. And, and I remember and I realized that and I thought about that and I knew that for me, I am a child of faith. I am a child of faith. I got here on faith. Mama was 18 years old when I was born. So I got here on faith. My daddy was younger than that. I got here on faith. You know what I mean? So I know that I got here on faith. And I know that I'm a child of faith. And I know that faith is my birthright as well as abundance. And so when you start getting in that space, then you're stepping into the frequency of abundance. Because one thing about it, to me, it's like you transcend the root chakra, because the root chakra is all about survival and all that stuff, and you transcend that, and you start getting into your power center, into the solar plexus, into where the emotions lie, into the sacral chakra. And so I pulled a card from the Magic of You Oracle, and it is detox. Cleanse and restore yourself. Cleanse and restore yourself. And so I'm looking at this picture and I see her laying out here on the ground, grounding and just being. And so a part of cleansing and restoring ourselves and detoxing ourselves is learning how to just be, learning how to just be. That is paramount, to where we are, learning how to just be, learning how to just be. So, again, thank you for hanging out with me. I truly do appreciate, um, I truly do appreciate y'all being here and showing up. Thank you for the love. I really do appreciate y'all. Thank you. And I would love it if you would subscribe before you log off. Subscribe and hit the bell for notifications so that you get notified when I come on with new videos or come live like I did today. But yeah, so that is what I am saying with this particular live today. I appreciate all of you. Oh my God. So I got Divine Mother, Nurturing Compassion and Grace, Harvest, Gathering of Blessings, and Adjustment, Looking Back and Moving Forward. So that's where we are today. We are in that space where we are looking back and moving forward. And as we do that, oh my God, watch things open up for you. Watch things that you've been asking for, things that you've been believing for, things that you have been wanting in your life to really begin to open up, especially the more that you begin to understand that your thoughts create your reality. So as you start thinking, really pay attention to your thoughts. Pay attention to your thoughts. And if something comes out your mouth that's crazy, shift it. And when I say crazy, I mean that's against what you believe. Shift it. And when I say that, I mean there are times because you are creating your reality and you are creating new thoughts. And sometimes the old thoughts will pop up. I'm not worthy of this, basically, is what you're saying, even though it might sound a little bit different. It might sound like I never win scratch offs in the lottery. It might sound like that, but when you shift it and you say, I always win. I always win. I don't care about anybody else, or I don't care what anybody else says. I always win. When you shift that, oh my God, just when you say it and shift it, you can feel that. You can feel it. So, again, I want to thank y'all for hanging out with me, and I will see you on tomorrow. Because tomorrow I'll be back again with another live video or upload, one or the other, but I'll be back. So again, thank you. Smash the subscribe button. Make sure that you are following me at Intuitive Tammi on TikTok. And I appreciate you being here.